Okay? So, this is what exactly I did in my first week on. Okay, and I have no idea what I'm going to talk. Frankly speaking, it is every time, whenever I go stage, I don't even think about what exactly we are going to, I'm going to talk, right? And most of you know my story, right? How many people know it? Okay, but still for those people who don't know, I would like to repeat a bit, but not in detail because we are running short of time and there are a lot of things which are lined up for tonight also, right? Okay, I am a normal small town boy like most of you. Okay, how many people from a small town? Okay, and I'm born and brought up in a place called Jabalpur in India. Okay, I never missed the chance to take this place name, right? At least, you know. So I want to make this place famous, as famous as Talwintan actually, right? You know Talwintan?
Yes, please.
Okay, so I'm born and brought up there, born in a small family, and my father was a government employee, and I saw him doing only one thing: go to work, come back home, go to work, come back home, right? And I saw them working hard to raise us up, me and my sister. And that's where exactly I got you know, the work ethic actually, right? And while I was growing up, frankly speaking, I was not knowing what am I going to do with my life. I had no aspiration, no inspiration, because in small town there is no one to look up to actually, right? When you look up to someone, you want to become like that person. But in a small town where I used to stay in an army area, where every neighbor looks same, their houses are same, every kid go to the same school, right? So I also used to go to the same school. So there's nothing different. So when there's nothing different, life is happy-go-lucky with no aim, no goal, right? So my life was also like that. Till graduation. Graduation, why I was doing, I don't know. Because everyone does. You know? Because more than you, your parents, neighbors ask you, what are you doing these days, right? So you have to say something. True? So, I was doing a graduation, that time also I was not knowing what am I supposed to do. You know? And I still remember, you know, in final year of graduation, before leaving the college, people give you a slam book to fill, right? I don't know these days, but you know, those days definitely, you know, especially juniors, right? Yes. And there used to be a column, what is your ambition? Believe me, I was not knowing what to write. So I always used to write, I want to become a businessman, right? Why? Because in that case, nobody can see. If I write something else, that means my education need to support that, right? Correct? And I never wanted to study further. You know, we used to be outstanding students. Always used to be out of class. You know, outstanding students means always outside the class more than inside the class. Correct? And there was no aim, no goal, nothing actually, right? Till graduation, this was the scene. And during graduation, in last few months of graduation, I started realizing the fact that my father is going to retire in next 5 years. And I'm the only son. I have to do something. But what to do, don't know. What to do, don't know. So I looked at my classmates, few classmates. So some people are planning to take a small job in the same town. Some people are planning to do MBA. Some people are planning to do masters, right? So MBA used to be very fancy word that time. Now you throw a stone, hundreds of MBA fall, right? Correct. So I said, okay, this sounds good. So let me do this. Appeared for exam, got admission, shifted to a city, bigger city, started living in hostel. While doing MBA also, there was no big goal actually. The only small goal was I should get a job before I get out of college actually, right? You know, how many of you had the same, this thing, right? I should get a job before I get out of college so that I don't have to ask money from my parents actually. Nothing else. No dream, no goal, nothing. And still happy. Life was good. Happy-go-lucky, right? Because when you don't know anything about what you are missing, you are not missing anything, right? And while doing MBA also, because the only aim was to get a job, fortunately, I got 3 jobs from campus itself, right? I don't know what they saw and they gave me the job, right? But I got 3 jobs. Okay? I got 3 jobs. And I started working with one of the FMCG company, which is called Unilever. Okay, and they posted me on day one in Bombay. Okay, now that is the time when life completely took a U-turn. Okay, so Bombay is a place who taught me everything actually, and who made me understand there is a lot to achieve in life, right? So when I reached Bombay, it was a struggle. I was not knowing how to enter in the train, how to get down from a train. Okay, more than working, reaching for a work was more difficult, right? Right? How many people from Bombay? Okay. So while I started working in Bombay, obviously I had no option but to continue and learn everything. Because many people go to Bombay and they quit. They quit and go back to their native, right? Or a small town. Because they cannot cope up with that struggle, right? Especially when you are doing a first job coming from outside. So what I learned how to enter in the train, how to get down from a train. I'll not demonstrate, which I did many times, right? Before also. Okay? So, people who are not from Bombay, you have no idea. Max out is very easy. Maxing out is easiest thing actually, right? I'm not talking about people who are born and brought up in Bombay. They become immune actually, right? I'm talking about people who come from outside, okay? And when every day they get kicked, they get pushed, correct? Kapde fatte hain wahan pe, right? Correct? So, but there was no other option. I had to continue that, right? Within few months' time, I become a happy robot. Robot, but happy. Why? Because I have a job. But that was the only goal, right? Happy robot who used to leave home by 8 o'clock, take a train at 8:30, reach office by 10 o'clock, leave again at 7 o'clock, take a train at 8 o'clock, come back home by 10 o'clock, eat and sleep. So go to work, come back home, go to work, come back home, go to work, come back home. But happy. Because I have a job. How many of you were very happy after getting a job, right? So we were not even knowing that, I was not even knowing that I got a seat. You know seat? When you stand for a long time, you need a seat, right? Okay? Because your bums need rest, right? Alright? But I was not knowing I got a seat, but that is a hot seat actually, right? For some time you don't realize. I was sitting on a pan, burning pan actually, right? But after some time, I started getting chatke lagne lage. But the irony is that many people sit, they got burnt, but still they feel this is how a heavy seat is meant for, right? Correct? So I was continuing that, and then I started growing very fast in corporate. Why? Because there was no choice. There was no choice. I was doing only go to work, come back home, from morning till evening, no time for any friend, no time for relatives, because Bombay is like that, right? So I started growing very fast, okay? From a management trainee, then I become a banker, this, that. I don't want to get into that, right? But the whole idea was to grow. So I was growing. I was a workaholic person in my job also, okay? Because only thing which I can see, okay, what I need, I can achieve only by working hard there, right? Okay? So that's what exactly was happening. After working for about 9.5 years, okay? When I was at a senior management position, right? That is a time when people look at us, oh, young, carrying a good card, good company, right? Senior management position, right? So for their perception was different, okay? But I was knowing I'm still broke from inside, right? But still, okay. But that is the time I started thinking, is this what I want to do for all my life? Okay? And that is the time I started thinking that if I do this for all my life, I will die. And I don't want to do this. This is much before this business came in my life. Okay? So I started telling people that I want to retire before 35. I was 29 that time. Okay? I said, I want to retire before 35. How? Don't know. I'm sure they must be laughing at it. Right? Why? How? I don't know. I want to retire. Why? Because I can't do this for all my life. You know? Even a thought of go to work, come back home for 20, 30, 40 more years was like committing suicide actually, right? I understood that I'm running in a circle and running very fast and coming first also. But running in a circle takes you nowhere actually, right? Correct? So I was running. And then I started thinking, I don't want to run. I don't want to run this way. And then I started thinking, I want to do something wherein if required, I will burn myself for a few more years. But after that, I will have all the time and money to enjoy life, right? Correct? I'm not a morning person. Okay? In office also, my bosses gave up on me because I never used to reach in the morning. Office, right? My office used to start by 11:30. Even if I get up early, I don't want to leave. Because even if I'm leaving at 9 o'clock and I'm sitting and having a coffee in the morning, okay, and talking to Kavita there, or any family member, I feel like that is the best time, right? How many people get this opportunity to really talk on a breakfast table with family member, and if this discussion goes on for a longer time, you can continue that, right? Most of the people run with a coffee in hand and a sandwich in hand, right? True? Correct? And in Bombay, no coffee, no sandwich, vada pav actually on the station before waiting for the train, right? So I that was more important, the quality time, okay, with the family. And I said, I don't want to do this anymore. But what to do, don't know. So I started exploring a lot of things. But everywhere, to do anything, you need a lot of money, which was not there, right? Okay? Which was not there at all. To start. Of course, designation, salary looks good, but bank balance completely minus. How many people like this? And then, suddenly, this business happened to me. And believe me, this business never happened to me. I attracted it. Okay? Because I was badly looking out for something, right? I don't know how many of you, that is the reason why. My referrer never had to convince me to come in the business. My referrer never had to give me full information to come in the business. Because he himself was not knowing about it. Correct? But the only thing, I was already a looker. When you are hungry, you don't see the color of the food, right? Okay? So I was damn hungry. I said, I have to do something. What to do, don't know. And then this business came. And when this business came, I saw only one thing. I don't need to spend a lot of money to start the business. Though I didn't have that money also. Okay? But still, this much I can arrange. I applied for a credit card and I used the card and started the business. I was not even knowing the financial plan, the compensation plan. I was knowing only one thing, that I am getting something to do for myself and then I'll see what to do later, right? Correct? The whole idea was to start something rather than cribbing, complaining and dying actually in that circle. So I just wanted to start something. Okay? And it was a desperate need. That is the reason why nobody had to convince me, ever. And from day one I was switched on in the business. Why switched on? Because I could see that I'm doing something for myself. I was not knowing where I'm going to reach. I was not knowing, because I'm not a person who think 5 years, 20 years down the line, I'll be a millionaire, this, that, right? I was not even knowing how to spell millionaire. Correct? But the only thing was that I want to earn that much of money from a business which can help me to leave a job. That was my first goal. There was no other goal. Okay? Survival without a job so that I can sleep little longer actually in the morning. Okay? And then make it big. So I was not thinking this, you guys see this, right? I was not knowing what is the V. I was not knowing what is VCon. I was not knowing what is V partner. I was not knowing anything actually, right? Okay? I could see only a hope in life to escape from that suicidal run actually, right? I could see that hope. Only that hope. And I was desperate to come out of that. That realization was there that I don't want to live this way. Correct? And that was bigger than a security. People generally ask, but it requires guts. It requires guts to leave a job within 4 months after you started this, right? Okay? But then you know why exactly I left my job? Within 4 months without even having a bigger team. You know why? The reason was freedom was bigger need for me than that security actually, right? Because when people ask, it requires guts, I sometimes tell them, it requires guts to do what you do for all your life actually, right? This is very simple choice. Whether you want to be free or you still want to be slave actually. So I'm not telling people to leave the job like me. It was absolutely, situation, because they promoted me and they were giving me a role where I had to travel a lot actually, right? I said, I started business 4 months back. I have 10, 12 people, okay, and I don't want to do, make them suffer actually, because I'm not available, right? Okay? And that is the reason why I left my job. I was not even making that kind of a money which will help me survive. But I said, okay, if 24/7 I own my 24 hours in a day, I will do something at least to survive and then make it big later, right? Right? No. And I'm lucky to have a spouse who supported me actually. She told me, leave the job. I don't want you to try here. Otherwise, she was not active in the business. Okay? She was not active in the business that time, right? But she was running her own consultancy that time because she was already from employee to self-employed. ES. So that was handling. But she was also knowing that this is not enough, right? Okay. And people who know me, they know me. I am a mad person, right? Okay. They know me. Once I start something, okay, I don't leave it till the time I finish it actually, right? Okay. Whether it is a business or it is anything actually, right? Whether it is a business or a health or anything. Okay. So she was knowing that this madman will do something. Okay. So I'm obviously responsible. But the challenge is, the person who referred me in the business, he quit the business. Okay? We started together, but he quit the business because of his own personal life challenge or whatever. But I was still excited. I'm telling him, bro, wait, we will make it happen, right? He said, no, you don't know what is going in my life. Imagine reverse, right? Okay? But anyway, he went back to a job, he started doing his own bit, and I was all alone actually, right? There was no upline, nothing. No upline in the country. You guys are lucky that you have uplines, at least in the country, in the same city, sometime in the same house, right? But I think the difference between you and me at that point of time, or you today and me at that point of time, was that, you need, it's good to have an upline. It's good, it's a privilege, it's a benefit to have an upline, correct? But it's power to have a dream actually, right? So I had that dream actually that time, right? It's okay if upline is not there, because God had sent me the best upline later. Okay? So what happened? Then that point of time, I started on my own. I got to know that there's a system which happens, okay, run by some cross lines. I have to attend that. Nobody to talk even there. Nobody to talk. And I'm not a morning person, but when it comes to system, I said, I will be there. And for first 4.5 to 5 years, I never missed a single system in my life actually, right? Nobody used to talk. Nobody used to talk that time that you have to attend a system regularly. People used to go, okay, today I don't have anything, so let's go to the system, right? Okay. But next week I'm going somewhere. But then I understood this is what exactly is required. And that is why we built a system wherein this importance of attending system, we drill down in everyone's head. Because that is what exactly helped me actually, right? And every week I used to learn something, come back, implement. Learn something, come back, implement, right? But all this while, no money, but a lot of excitement. No money, but a lot of excitement, right? Why excitement? Simple reason, I have something at least with me, which can help me to come out of that pathetic life. Correct? I see many people get excited after starting the business, right? But after some time, this business become a reason for not being excited. Oh, this is not working, that is not happening, this, that, right? At least you have something, right? At least you have something, And God also keep watching you. Because if you cry, complain all the time, even He gave you opportunity, you have to work on that opportunity, right? But if you cry, complain, He will not give you result, right? Very simple. You have to work on that thing. Because remember, you are here, it's not a coincidence. It is not a coincidence. You must be asking from a God for a very long time for something which He replied back in the form of this business. Because He replied back to me. Because he replied back to me. Okay? And I can say that today, I can connect all those dots. Because before my referrer came with this business, 2 more people came to me with this business. And I never said no. They came to me, they said, I want to talk to you about some business. I said, tell me, not now, later. That later never happened. And believe me, I would have started them also. Because I was a looker. I was a looker, right? I was a desperate looker. Correct? And imagine where exactly, this entire thing came up from. Somebody who I know, he knows somebody in Thailand, that person knows somebody in Hong Kong, that Hong Kong person knows somebody in China, again in Hong Kong, and then it comes to our own grand upline, we partner Devadhwani actually. Right? So you don't even, when he started the business, was he knowing that there is a guy who's waiting for this opportunity? No. He was not knowing, right? Correct. But still it happened because everything is written there. If you continue doing what you're supposed to do, God will give you what you're supposed to get actually, right? But the problem is, I see people, I talk to people and see people these days, and they treat this business as it's like a small shop. They are here just to make some money, right? Believe me, this money is a byproduct. This business builds you as a person, and unless you build yourself, you will never be able to build the business actually, right? And building yourself does not mean only skill, right? Building yourself means mindset, right? Mindset. And believe me, there was no one to build me that time in the beginning, right? I was only knowing one thing. It is me who need to do whatever need to be done. Okay? And there's a system I have to learn. So only thing which I used to think after coming back from the system is, what is that one thing I need to do extra, which I'm not doing? What is that one more thing which exactly I'm not doing, right? Correct? Now you have everything on a platter. You have a welcome in place, you have an induction in place, do's and don'ts in place. But ask yourself, are you doing 100%? 100 means 100, not 99.9%, right? 100 means 100%. Are you doing 100%? Everything, whatever is told in the welcome or the system actually, right? Are you doing that? Okay? Or you're just looking out for something so that you can make some quick bucks, right? I know there are people who made more money than me in first year, but still they quit the business. You know why? Because they were only making money. They were not building themselves. And God saw that, right? Okay? And believe me, when you work hard, okay, no matter what challenges, when you work hard and knowing the fact that you only have to work. Upline, good. He's a navigator, right? If you have an upline who work with you on the ground, you're lucky, right? But if you have upline who's not on the ground with you, but still you're getting a navigation, you're more lucky because you will build yourself in that case, right? Otherwise, people come, cry, complain, right? I had no one to complain. Till date, from day one till date, the excitement which I carry for the business is exactly the same, rather more actually, right? No, whether I was making money, I was not making money, whether I was growing, not growing, doesn't really matter. And I had no benchmarks. The problem is, you guys keep the benchmarks, right? This is a benchmark, that is a benchmark, I am the benchmark, I am not till the time you will have a benchmark, you will restrict your growth actually, because you don't know, God must have sent you to create new benchmark actually, right? But you don't understand. So today also, I was talking to our brother JR, I was talking to him, I said, bro, I realized one thing, making millions are good, right? But I realized in the last few months that millionaires are the poorest among top 4% people actually, right? True? Poorest. Because top 4%, you just enter in top 3 or 4% people when you start making millions, right? True? Yes. I said, I realized that I'm still the poor, right? Because we are in that top 4%, but I don't want to be at the bottom, right? I want to be on top, right? Now, I was asking him, bro, tell me how to make billions now, right? Okay. I know, it sounds big, right? But everything starts from that desire. Because it's not about billion, right? I'm not excited about the billion. I'm not excited about the millions, right? I'm only excited about what I will become in the process will be bigger than the billions actually, right? Okay. The point is simple. First of all, you have to check, are you doing the old school hard work? I still remember early days. We had no time to eat, no time to sleep, nothing actually, right? People ask me, do you know how exactly? Because we were on a different. I was like a ghost actually. Bombay, Pune, drive anytime, for one plan, for one welcome, driving at 12 midnight, reaching there at 4 o'clock, meeting a person at 7 in the morning, coming back actually, right? Okay, because I was hungry for work. Because in the beginning when I left my job, there was no work. When there's no work, of course, money, okay, fine, to survive. But I was desperate to work more, not for the money actually, right? Okay, and money become a byproduct. And that is the reason why when people ask me, what makes you start new markets all the time? Khida hai, bolta hu, khida. Okay. Reason is very simple, because people sometimes crib and complain that you have a lot of work. You know what? You're blessed if you have a lot of work. Because I remember when I had no work, I was a full-timer. 10 people, 12 people in the team, one plan fixed, one presentation fixed. In the evening, somebody throw out one glass of water, person tell me, there's a heavy rain, I cannot come, right? I feel like slapping them, but no work, right? No work at all. In the night, while sleeping on the bed, you talk to the fan. True? What is happening? Is it okay or not? But I was not bothered. I was only hungry for more work. Work, right? And there were two options. I pushed my downline for more work. Too fast? So, one is I push my downline for more work and become Chal mere ghode. Okay? Or second, I push myself. I preferred second one. Pushing yourself is better because you know where you want to reach. You know when exactly you want to reach. But downline, okay, fine. They will take their own sweet little time. Correct? Are you pushing yourself more than a downline? Are you pushing yourself more than any upline can push you actually, right? No? Because I never felt any push from my upline. I got all values from him, right? I got all values from him which helped me to sustain the team, to keep it together, right? But I never felt a push. You know why? Because I was pushing myself harder than he can push me actually, right? Okay, and the same thing happened. So I was only looking out for work and more work. Okay, working here. And then even after maxing out, I continued that work. Why? Because I was hungry for work. Money became a byproduct, right? Now point is, I'm asking you, how many of you are hungry for work? Not money, right? Ghanta. You know, when they went to hungry for work means, 24/7. 24/7. If you do anything which is not related to your business or your dream actually, right? You feel restless. You feel irritated. You feel restless, irritated and angry actually, right? I started the business. Before business, every Saturday, Sunday, one movie, right? Okay? There was nothing else to do. One movie, good time pass and come back, right? For 4 years, I didn't watch a single movie. I didn't watch the TV. Not because I was very busy. Because when I used to do that, I used to feel irritated. What the hell I'm doing, right? What the hell I'm doing, right? Okay. And it used to be irritating. Anybody coming, I used to remove my frustration at home actually, right? What am I doing, right? I want to do 24. And I'm not telling you do that. But when you reach at that stage, that means it has gone to a madness level, right? It has gone to a madness level where you don't like to do anything else. Correct? Focus that you is so high that you don't want to get diverted anywhere, right? No movie, no wedding. I never attended a single wedding actually in 4 years. First 4 years of the business, right? Never gone for a single holiday for first 4 years. Again, I'm telling, it's not that. I was too busy. In first 1.5 years, I was not busy. I was not making money also, right? It is easy, right? Oh, there's nothing. So at least we can go there. And we justify also. No, I'll do prospecting there, huh? Correct? All that justification, right? But I never did any such thing. Because I used to feel irritated and frustrated. I used to feel like an alien between those stupid people who are doing go to work, come back home, go to work, come back home actually, right? Okay? And then I still remember my cousin, my first cousin who's the best friend, okay? He got married during that time, okay? He told me, you're coming? I said, I cannot come. Why? I said, you have all the time to get married, okay? You get married, we will meet later, right? Anyway, you will not have time to meet. There's no point, right? So he said, okay, if you come good, this, that, blackmail, emotional, this, that. I said, listen, wait for some time, I'll send you a ticket. We'll go for a foreign trip together, okay, with your wife. Right now, you better busy spending time with her, right? Okay, now, so there was no issue in fixing the priorities. There was no one to tell me vertical alignment, that priority which we tell to you guys, right? That in welcome. There was no one to tell. Priorities were it was fixed because it was coming from here. It was coming from here that I don't want to do anything. Reason is because if I do, I will get irritated, frustrated and fight with someone, right? You know? I don't know how many of you go through that. Okay? And I was struggling, no money, no time, downlines, 4, 5, 7 there, but they are also tu chal mein aaya types, you know. I said no. And then I started pushing myself. And all this while, I was only finding out the loopholes or the gaps, things which I'm not doing actually, right? No, I was not reading books. I said, okay, this is what is required, so I will start doing that, right? Now I'll not get into detail of that, right? But how many of you are such? Not reading books? No, what to do? I feel sleepy. Then sleep all life. Correct? Some people say, I don't have time. So what? I don't have money. Correct? My family, this, that. I don't care. You know, when you are focused, you know what? Everything gets aligned automatically. But the problem is that God put these kind of issues to check, are you mad enough to achieve what you want to achieve actually, right? Are you mad enough? You know, he take a test. He takes a test, right? Because this position which this business gives you, right? Okay, in terms of money, in terms of responsibility, he actually take a test whether you are qualified to be there or not, right? Whether you're qualified to be there or not. That's why he put these challenges. These are not challenges. These are actually not challenges. He check your character. Are you building your character to be there? What you're going to set as an example actually, right? And everything, when you do more than 100%, okay, he put another challenge, another challenge, right? So that's what exactly he was doing with me for about 13 months, okay? It was very easy to quit, go back to the job. It was very easy to crib and cry and complain. It is not about action only, it was about thought process, because he can see your thought process as well, right? And then after 13 months, last challenge which he gave me was, there's something called Weekon. And I got to know about Weekon from someone, and I had no money, no passport to come there, right? You know? And somehow, I managed to be there. That was the last challenge he gave me. After that, he gave up. He gave up. And he said, I cannot give him more challenges, right? It's a time to reward, right? So my question to all of you is that, correct? Are you going to give up, or he's going to give up giving challenges to you, right? Right? But again, it is every aspect, every freaking aspect of the business, whether it is a mindset, are you visualizing right? Are you speaking right? Are you thinking right? Are you doing right? Are you working hard enough? Check everywhere, right? Check everywhere. Are you mad enough that 24/7 only things which you want in life is going on? Because he will say tathastu, but you don't know when. Correct? You don't know when. I always say, and if you feel you're not getting the result which you desire to get, it's an indication from him that you're not doing enough. You're not doing enough. You start doing enough, he will give you more than enough actually, right? So my point is simple, right? I don't talk intellectual, I only know one thing, old school hard work. Old school hard work. And till today, I only understand one thing, there is nothing which can replace that. The hard work with the right intent, with the right attitude, with the right value system actually, right? And I thank God to send me an upline. I only needed that value system. And after about 9-10 months, I got an upline who's the best upline. When it comes to the old school, when it comes to value system, right? So I got it from him. Okay? You know whom I'm talking about, right?
Yes!
None other than V partner Dev Wadhwani. That time he was not a V partner, right? And you know what? The biggest thing, What he used to talk, I hardly used to understand that time. Because I am a Desi boy and he's a Bandra boy, right? Okay? His jokes also I hardly used to understand. I used to laugh only when he's laughing, right? But doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. I was there as a seeker. I was knowing that every word which is told by him, if I understand and sink in that word in my head, right, that will become a way of life eventually, actually, right? And that has exactly happened. That has exactly happened. How many of you don't have a working downline? I mean to say, your downlines, immediate downlines, they're not working and you're pushing them to work, right? God gave me the first challenge that my 2 champions today, okay, who are basically holding this entire fort, for me actually they are pillars, right? AVP Kavita and Sharful, they were not active in the beginning, right? They were not active in the business. But you know how God tests you? He was testing me. Am I good enough to handle them? Am I good enough to support them? Because they, once they get up, they will become giant and beast actually, right? Okay. So point is, you also have those people with you who may not be working, you don't know, right? But the point is, are you capable enough? Are you capable enough? Or are you capable enough to handle them as a upline actually, right? Correct. So God is testing you. He will not make them active till the time He will see you are doing everything what is required to be done, right? So lead by example. Old school hard work on the ground. How many plans every day? Not just by people below you, right? How many DRs? I know only one thing. DR. And one day you will reach somewhere where one more Sachin Gupta is waiting and he will not wait for you to start, right? And I still believe, other than the stadium and people outside and those who are not here, entire organization, I still believe that one person is yet to come. That one person is yet to come who's going to change the entire scenario, who will make everyone forget what I did or anyone else did, because he will be the champion. It can be you or it can be someone who you're going to approach actually, right? I don't know. But the point is, are you reaching out to him? Are you talking to enough number of people? Or you're talking to yourself more than anyone else? If you're not talking to enough number of people, okay, you're talking to the wrong person who's yourself. Correct? So how many people you talk to, how many DRs you did, how many times you watch the DVDs, how many times you read the books, what is a thought which is going on 24/7 in your head, what exactly is a vibration which you are giving, what is the value system, are you building it in a right way, okay, do you think that this is going to sustain, this is something which is going to help you leaving a legacy for next generation, or you're here just for a small money, right? And my blood boils when I see people. I spoke to a few people yesterday, right? I see people doing something wrong, right? The reason is very simple. It's not about the doing something wrong for a small money. It's about what are you carrying? Are you taking this as your home? Is this business your life? If you will do only wrong things, if you don't take it as a home, right? If you don't take it as if it is your life, right? Because you're here in some company which gives you some money, right? Correct? If that is there in the head, you will find shortcuts because I'm there only to make money, right? But when you think this is your life, this is a temple which will help you not only to change your life, but also help you through you to change so many lives, right? Then anybody doing one small thing wrong, your blood will boil because you don't allow anybody to come and spoil your house, right? Correct or not? So what you feel, I see people excited for the business, dream, this, that. Okay, what is there inside? It's not about what is there outside to show, right? What's there inside? What is going on in the head? What do you feel about it, right? Okay, it gives goosebumps, okay? And when you talk to people, you don't need to know the presentation. You don't need to know exactly all the details, right? What you need to know is clarity. I know what I'm doing. I know where it can take me. You are there with me, fine. Otherwise, I'm going alone, right? When the person sees this, the person can only feel the vibration and the excitement and the passion, right? Correct? And it cannot be faked. It cannot be faked. Because when you feel it, then only it is there, right? Correct? Are you excited enough? Even if you're not making money. Are you excited enough? Because you're putting a lot of hard work, right? And check. Okay. A litmus test. How many of you, keep the hand on your heart, and how many of you really think you are giving the best you can give actually? The best you can give, more than this you cannot give. When it comes to hard work. How many? See? Correct? So you know there's a gap, right? You know there is a gap. And that gap, who will fill? You will fill the gap, right? So only thing to be done is, without thinking, just get onto the ground, talk to more number of people, and keep visualizing where it can take you. Keep getting closer to that thing. What I used to do in the beginning when there were no people, right? What I used to do? No people, no money, no time, no work also. Every night I used to visualize the best day of my life, right? Every day when you visualize, you get more closer actually, right? It's like falling in love with that day, right? And then anybody messes around with that day or messes around with that dream, right? Your beast come out of you, right? True? Yes. Correct? So how many of you actually, when I ask people why you're doing the business, my dream is this, my dream is that, right? Even if you don't tell this, right? It should be visible in your eyes. Because you don't have time to nurture your dream. You don't have time to work hard actually. Why? Because you're finding time for shortcuts. Correct? Believe me, this business is already a shortcut of life. Don't find a shortcut of a shortcut. Okay? Don't find shortcut of a shortcut. So again, my point is, are you ready to work hard? Yes. Are you ready to work hard and do 100% what is required, right? Yes. And believe me, I don't need to today. But still, it gives me a kick to do that, right? Because once you start doing that, that becomes your way of life. That becomes your way of life. And believe me, you are worried about people duplicating. You do it properly. You will see automatically people coming up. Whatever team I built, myself personally, I don't try to, this is my leader, that is my leader. I will keep doing for 2 years whatever is required with them, and you will see automatically people coming out from there actually, right? Because people don't wait for them. Because nobody waited, I never waited for someone to come and tell me, you will become leader one day, you will become leader. It was my need, right? So there will be people, there are people out there in the world who are looking out for someone, right? Who are looking out for something actually, right? Okay, but only your and my job is only to reach out to them, nothing else. And what we do? We try to make leaders, we try to make champions actually, right? Asan, is it a difficult or easy work? Very difficult. Difficult work, right? What is easy? Talk to more people, go there and reach out to a person who's already looking out for something, and God is sending you to that person, right? True? So I always say, आसान काम होता नहीं है, मुश्किल काम हम करते नहीं है. तो करते क्या है? आसान काम क्या है? Talk to more people. That is the easier work. What is the difficult work? Create a champion, right? Please don't get into difficult work. Keep doing easy thing. Talk to more people, build your mind and do the basics actually. And then you will see, you will reach out to the person who will leave you at a bus stop. Correct? He will not wait for you to make him leader. He is a born leader because he is looking out for something. And God has already made this business for that person. He is only waiting for someone to approach. So people generally ask, that is the reason why I feel bad, because when we started, we were at certain level in life, and we started approaching people at the same level, and then above also, because we were so passionate and confident about it, right? Whether they come, it's okay, not don't come, okay. So the network was growing in quality, in terms of dreams, in terms of their experience, in terms of everything actually, right? And I see suddenly it is going down. You talk to somebody who works below you. That person talk to somebody below you. Easy, na? Easy to talk to somebody who's below you, right? In life. Then that person talk to somebody who's below you. And then finally people come here. And they come here and they cry, beg actually. You know? How exactly, why exactly in last 8 years or whatever, in last 4 years, the network sustained because of the challenges also, right? You know why? Because everyone we approached was actually at a certain level who have brains actually, right? They have certain experience, they have certain credibilities, they know they're educated people, but still they realize that this business is for them, right? Correct. But when you go down, what will happen? And what is that? That's a shortcut. Because you don't want to improve yourself. You don't want to improve yourself, you want to just approach people and sign up, right? Correct. And in that case, sign up will happen, but one tsunami can take away everything. Right? So what exactly you need to do is, when you do more and more hard work on the ground, you become better and you become confident even to approach a Prime Minister of any country actually, right? I was not the same person. I was not knowing. I was a very simple person who was not exposed to the world, right? But the only thing which made me confident, and today I can talk to anybody without anything. Why? Because I did it enough number of times and still doing it actually, right? You know? So are you building yourself or not? The point is that the only way to build this business sustainable is build yourself. And that is the reason why I always say it is not important what you get from the business. The most important thing is what you become as a person in the journey actually, right? So before I leave, only one thing. I know only one thing. And I know many people sitting here, they attended my system, they attended VSell, whatever it is. I only talk about one thing. I don't know anything else. Old school hard work. There is no other way. And means old school hard work means not just doing presentation, everything which is told in the welcome, right? Whatever told by your upline, right? And don't wait for your upline to do. If he's not doing, you can do. Still you can create a history actually, right? Maybe that upline got you into the business. Thank you very much, right? That is his role. Correct? Don't wait. You create. You become a benchmark. Don't take somebody as a benchmark, right? Okay? And that will only happen when you are mad for your dream. When you are mad for dream, 24/7, only one thing in your head, right? When you don't want to do anything, and if you see somebody who's not as focused, you have no issue, but you will not wait for that person, right? Whether it is a downline or upline, you will not wait for that person, because you have that desire to keep moving, and you don't like to wait, right? Because it frustrates you, it irritates you, and you don't like anything else. Correct? So if you are not there, and the biggest issue is that only, most of the people don't have that kind of a dream. Right? And that dream may not be big, like emotional, nothing. It can be just a success, right? I cannot fail. That can be a dream actually, right? But how strongly you feel about it, right? Correct? Okay? And God will give everything back. Believe me. And if you're not getting a result, it means He's telling you, you still have to do more actually, right? Now how much time you take, it is up to you. Done. So my time is up. And I see you guys up here on the stage, but the only way is old school hard work.
Malaysia 2018 MVP Sachin Gupta. So much of learning, Sabit.
Thank you so much, Sachin bhai. Love you.